I know a lot of you folks are concerned about outdoor pollution. Maybe you ought to be more concerned about indoor pollution. One thing that we as homeowners can do to help control the quality of the air is get better filtration at the heating and air conditioning system. Now this is a 99-cent filter. If you can read the newspaper through your filter, maybe it's not the kind that you want. We've got a specialist with us today. And Jim, what about this filter?
Well, that filter is not going to be very effective.
Why not?
Let me show you. I'm going to put some cleanser on here.
Look at that.
Watch how it goes through.
Well, what you're saying is that a whole lot of the sediment is going to go right through the filter?
Absolutely. It's not going to be very effective.
I got to call your hand on that. Looks to me like this filter, 99 cents, has collected everything that was thrown at it.
Well, that filter, from my experience, that's probably been in the unit for about a year. And what it's really doing now is blocking the heating and air conditioning system.
Okay, that's a bad thing. What about some better filters?
This is a good example of a better filter. This is a pleated filter. Let me do the same demonstration with this.
Okay. Not a thing goes through there.
Not a thing goes through.
Okay. Does this cost more?
This costs about $5 to $8, but it lasts about 60 to 90 days, so you get a lot longer life out of it.
Okay. Are there things beyond that?
Well, you can look at a filter like this.
Same kind of thing, filter.
This is a pleated filter, and this one is impregnated with carbon, so it pulls out odors and gases. This costs $8 to $12. Again, it lasts 60 to 90 days.
Okay. And what else?
Another option is something like this, which is your electrostatic filter. It has a metal frame.
That looks expensive.
Well, it's around $50 to $100, depending upon the size and the model. This filter needs to be cleaned every month.
So Jim, you're telling me the next place we go for allergy proofing a house is in the bedroom?
That's exactly right. And the first place we go to in a bedroom is the bed and also the pillow.
Yeah, you're going to tell me that I'm got to put something on top of this?
Well, that's right. The reason why is that the bed and pillow are two of the major reservoirs for dust mites.
Dust mites?
Dust mites. Dust mites are a microscopic creature. They frequent beds and pillows. And we're actually allergic to their fecal particles.
And this is going to be a magic pillow cover here that's going to keep the dust mites away, or what?
That's correct. It's an encasement that you put over the pillow, and it's 100% impermeable to dust mites.
So you really haven't done anything to the dust mites. You're just tucking them in here and sealing them up, right?
That's correct. We're cutting off their supply of food, which is actually the skin scale that comes off of human beings. And once you zip this up, it's, like I said, 100% impermeable.
Yeah, but what about all these other dust mites that are floating around? They're just going to come right back here, aren't they?
Well, actually, you put your pillowcase over the top of it, and then once a week, you wash everything on the bed, your pillowcases, your blankets and sheets in hot water. It has to be 130 degrees or more. And if you do that, this bed is going to be allergen-free.
Now, Jim, what's this gadget over here?
This is a room air purifier, and it's for a bedroom or a home office or even the central part of your house. And these are really excellent for pulling the lighter types of allergens out of the air. Things like animal dander and mold and pollens work extremely well on that.
It's sure quiet. You know, I saw something else over here. It looks like a cookie jar.
Well, that is an air purifier that you use in an automobile.
Ah, plugs into the cigarette lighter.
Plugs into the cigarette lighter, has a powerful enough motor that it totally runs all the air through the filter about once every 2 minutes.
Thanks, that's a great idea. You know, a lot of people love to have fresh air, and yet they don't want to have the pollen come in. Jim's got another trick here that I think is wonderful. It's a filter that goes in the window. It lets the fresh air in, keeps the pollen count out. And all you have to do is pull the window down snug, and you got it made. Okay, now, Jim, what do we look for in the kitchen?
Well, we're looking for mold primarily.
Any place where we got water, there's liable to be mold.
That's exactly right. Let's take a look in here. Laundry area, make sure that there's no water seeping down onto the wood. That's a good place where mold can develop. The refrigerator is another area to look. Look at the pan underneath the refrigerator. Make sure there's no mold in that pan underneath the refrigerator. Periodically, every week or so, take a look in the refrigerator, do an inventory, make sure that there's no food in there that has any mold on it either.
We eat that stuff up pretty regularly.
That's great. Now this is a linoleum floor. That's a great idea. Any smooth floor in a kitchen is excellent as far as controlling allergens in your home. You don't want carpeting in a kitchen. It's the same type of problem.
Carpet is bad.
Carpet is bad in the kitchen or a bathroom. It holds in a lot of moisture and it develops mold.
And also, I guess we have to check the dishwasher to be sure there are no leaks around here. But the biggest offender is going to be the sink. You've got grout lines around it. You've got water here all the time. You really need to check underneath, way back in the back, to find out if there are any problems back there.
That's exactly right. Also, wherever there's wood and water, you need to make sure that you keep it dry or you're going to have mold problems develop.
All right. And what's this gadget right here?
This one right here is a humidistat. Over here is the temperature and this is the humidity. Right now your humidity is around 50%. That's really pretty good, but you want to pull it down a little bit below 50% if you can. It keeps the mold down, so turn on your air conditioner a little bit more.
All right, what is this thing, Jim? It looks like a fly trap or something.
Now that is a mold test kit. It's a real easy way to test for mold in your house. What you do with this is you open it up, place it on a counter, some other place where you're going to get exposure from the air, and turn on your air conditioner for about 20 or 30 minutes. Make sure that you get the air stirred up, and that will populate the Petri dish. Close it up, put it in a closet, let it sit there for about 4 or 5 days, and then take it out and take a look at it. What you'll find is probably just a few colonies of mold, 4 or 5 circles on there, but if you find more than that, you need to go through your house and check for these mold sources again.